Hey there, Leo. Welcome to your reading for mid-March 2023. We are just going to jump right in here, Leo, and we are going to see what is going on for you at this time. You have this retail card. It says start a retail business, start selling products or services. If you have an idea in mind, you have the green light to go for it. Leo, for the past 3 weeks, all of a sudden, you've been having these readings where it's like saying you have some sort of creative idea and you need to get going. So Leo, if you are one of those Leos that has a creative idea, it's like time to get started because clearly there's going to be a lot of abundance. Are you kidding? You have this coins card here. This is going to be the thing that probably provides a lot of abundance for you. So I would definitely get moving with this energy. I do see a lot of movement in general. Like you could find yourself just being very active at this time, but also if you have a business or something along those lines, then what I would say here is that the business could be very successful, or you could be just putting more energy into the business to be successful. Definitely get that energy here. But I feel like it's time to start selling something for some of you, so I would get moving. You have the Eight of Wands and the Ten of Cups here. Not really a love reading, but what I would say is if you do want love, I do feel that there could be communication coming in for you here with the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands obviously can be communication. Ten of Cups would be your happily ever after. So you could be communicating with a person from a distance. Right next to it, you have the Chariot to the World to the Knight of Wands. Are you kidding? Definitely could be a distance type situation here. You even have the Fool, which would represent taking a leap of faith. But I kind of feel like you could meet this person while socializing. Eight of Wands is really my card of meeting a person while socializing. I also feel that this is kind of encouraging you to get moving. Eight of Wands is movement, but it's a card of momentum. The Chariot right next to it is also a card of building momentum. And momentum basically means that it's as you become more successful, just keep working. Don't stop working, right? A lot of people, it's they reach certain heights and then they just, go to Fiji and do nothing for 2 months and then they come back to a failed business. So it's happened before, right? And I feel like this is saying, don't do that. Keep the momentum going. Keep things moving forward. You have the Ten of Wands here. I feel like saying things could be easier, in your life. It's I would be looking at the areas of your life where things are hard, and I would be saying, do I actually need to do this? Do I need this responsibility? Could I get someone else to do it? Are there people who can help me? I would be asking all those questions because I feel like these are kind of unnecessary burdens that you're creating. I also feel there could be things in work or business that you don't want to do. And I feel like these things are unnecessary burdens, so I would remove those things from your life. You have the Hangman here. I feel like you're gaining a lot of clarity this week just looking at this reading. It's almost as if, things in life in general are becoming much more clear. I feel like your priorities are much more clear as well. It's you understand what to work on, what's going to get things moving forward in your life, what's going to lead to more success. I have so many questions, but they're not questions, they're statements as well. I have questions and statements popping into my head here, Leo. And really, I feel like the easiest way to describe it is a good deal of clarity that could be coming in for you here. With the Eight of Wands and the Ten of Cups, you have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups could be a perfect match. So again, if you're attracting love, I don't think it's the main focus of this reading, of course, but it's here. So if you want love, there clearly could be a very strong connection coming in for you. I feel like this person is very different. But again, in 2022, I did these love readings where the Two of Cups kept coming up. And I was saying that I felt like in the future, maybe we are just looking for people who are very different, or I don't know, maybe all of us have pulled our heads out of our butts and we stopped picking the same type of person, right? And that's kind of what this looks like to me is maybe you're kind of oh, I always pick the same type of person who goes nowhere, and you're picking a different type of person. Two of Cups are meant to look very different on purpose. And sorry, I honestly have no freaking clue why that went off. So there you go. There's your sign from the universe right there that you're picking something new. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords says you need to set yourself free. Again, you always get the Eight of Swords, and I have had this channel for over 8 years now. If you go back all the way to the beginning, I always used to say to you, Leo, that it's Eight of Swords is only looking at one way of doing things when there are many ways of doing things. So again, I would be specifically looking at the things that that you don't, that are a burden, that take up all your time. And I would be looking at those things and saying, is there a better way to do it? Are there more simple ways I could do this? Like, all those things, right? And that's what I would be doing with the Eight of Swords for sure. And this could be in like business, in work, in whatever, but I would be looking at, again, ways to do that. With the Hangman, you have the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles says, do not call attention to your weaknesses. I feel like I say this to you all the time as well. It's like there are things that you're probably doing in life, in like work and business and love, where I feel like it's saying don't try to make up for your weaknesses necessarily. It's like double down on your strengths. I'm not suggesting that you don't get stronger, but again, I think that especially in business, I see this all the time where people try to be the everything person, which is impossible to do. So I feel like it's saying you're good at some things for a reason, and there are people who can kind of like fill in the gaps of the other stuff. Next, you have the Sea Sponge. It says energetic absorption, empath on it. I would be very careful of absorbing energy. Again, I'm an empath, and I always say, like, whenever I feel something, I always say, like, are these feelings mine? Like, I literally usually say it out loud as well. Just simply calling it out is, I find that to be very helpful, because usually it stops it, whatever it is. So I would be careful of projecting too much into the future as well. The other thing I'm noticing is like it's a really good reading, but you have this card here which says darkness looms on the horizon. I feel like a lot of people right now could be worrying quite a bit about the future, where the world is going and all this other stuff. And I'm not saying it's not important to be prepared for things that could potentially happen, but if it's consuming a majority of your day, then you're not helping yourself. It's like I've known so many people in my life where it's like they just worry, and they never get anything done. And like other people outpace them because they just work. They don't worry too much about the future. They focus on what's right in front of them right now. And I do feel this reading, like the one bugaboo here, the one little hiccup is that card. I feel like it's saying if you're projecting too much into the future and feeling the future too much, and first off, it might not even happen, whatever you're imagining. But second off, it's like there are things you can do right now. Like do those things right now. You have the Chariot, which says take control. Chariot is a card of willpower, but it's also the card of hard control, and it's also a card of like he's leaving the city behind him. Everybody's been getting the Chariot lately. I really feel with Pluto and Aquarius, as I always say, yes, Pluto and Aquarius is the collective, but I also feel there's an element of the individual. And so I feel like a lot of people are going to be feeling pulled to make themselves unique. Again, he's leaving the city behind him so he can go somewhere where he can stand out, where he can maybe get special attention, or where he can be the king, right? And so I feel like some of you, it's like you might be on a little bit of an adventure here. We go this way. World to the Knight of Wands, definitely a big adventure that could lead to you becoming more unique. You have the Four of Swords here. Again, definitely a good card for recovery. So a lot of people have had the Four of Swords during these mid-monthly readings. If you need a break, take a break. If you need a nap, take a nap. I would do all those things. I would really listen to your body and everything. You have the Fool here. The Fool says, it's time to take a leap of faith. And I feel that when we go this way, right here, Leo, it's time to try some new ideas, The Three of Pentacles also says that maybe it's time for you to work with some other people, or for you to, work on a team. Or maybe I definitely feel that for some of you, it's like time to delegate with that Three of Pentacles. If you have a business or whatever, I think it could be very beneficial. With the Chariot, you have the Ten of Swords. You're definitely leaving something behind, something established. I don't really see this as a bad thing. I see this probably as a good thing. With the Four of Swords, you have the Six of Swords. Moving on to calmer shores. Definitely improvements coming in for you here. I do feel like you could be looking for a new place as well. Like this right here, the Page of Swords looking at the world, and it's almost as if you could be looking for, I wouldn't say a new place to settle down, but I kind of feel like maybe you're looking for your place in the world, or looking for a place where you can stand out, or where you can get special attention, or whatever the case may be. With the Fool, you have the Magician here, definitely looking for a new beginning. This is a transformation reading as well. This card here, normally sorry, I dropped them. Let's see here. And normally the Magician kind of has a snake wrapped around his waist. And the snake represents the Ouroboros, which we kind of see here. Even though it's not a snake on the world card, it is like a circle. And I feel like there could be kind of some sort of reinvention going on here, Leo. Next, you have this card that says house on it. It says relocation home. And you have this coins card that says luck and money. Sorry, it didn't switch, but I feel like there is a lot of luck coming in for you, especially for those of you, by the way, that are working on anything from the home. I feel like there could be a lot of success there. So if you're starting like a home-based business, a side hustle, anything like that, I do feel like we have to commit to things that we're going to start. And I mean like on a deeper level. I give the example a couple weeks ago, I think it was to you, that like if you're starting a YouTube channel or a podcast, make the commitment to do like 100 episodes and don't stop no matter what the results are. It's like by doing that, I believe that, we're working with the astrology when we make that type of commitment. And, I think that's what the astrology basically will reward, is that type of commitment, if it makes sense. And if you're going to do 100 episodes, you're going to do 100 episodes anyway. So it's like, you might as well just do it now. So they don't have to be good, they don't have to be great, but you do have to learn at least one thing. This is my rule. This is Chris's rule. You have to learn at least one thing from each thing that you put out. But I feel like it could increase your finances significantly. You have the Ace of Swords, the World, and the Two of Pentacles. The Ace of Swords is definitely some sort of victory coming in for you here. I would try the opposite of what you're doing as well. I'm pretty sure I say this to you all the time, Leo, like recently. Like I get this energy where it's like, it's almost like you could be flipping something around. I don't really, maybe you have a YouTube channel, maybe you start putting all your efforts into TikTok. I'm not suggesting you do that. I'm just giving you some examples here because who knows, TikTok might be getting banned anyway, but, maybe there's something else. Like I would be looking at the way that you promote your business. If you have a business, maybe there's a different way to do it. Same thing with promoting yourself. Like if you want love, for example, maybe you're on Tinder, but maybe, I don't know, like doing it in public, maybe that's like a better way to actually find a better person. So I would be like flipping things around here. Wouldn't be surprised if you move here, Leo. And as I said to you probably in your last reading, I'm pretty sure I said this as well, I always get this feeling for you where it's like some of you might be saying, oh no, I'm never going to move. But actually you probably will in like over the next year or so, maybe 2 years. So it really wouldn't surprise me if you kind of like randomly, surprisingly decided to up and move all of a sudden. And I do feel it would be very profitable for you. It would probably be profitable because you're probably finding a place that's like cheaper but better, or you're getting a better job or something like that. You have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles to me always says like pick the new path. Excuse me. Pick the new choice. And that's what I feel for you here, Leo. I feel like it's encouraging you to like pick a new path in life, or, to do something different. With the Ace of Swords, you have the Strength card. I feel like you have been very patient. I do feel this is also you kind of living your truth. The Ace of Swords is the truth, but I feel here that it's your truth, like what you think the truth is in life, and, how you think your life should be lived and what you want out of it. So, I would like live your truth. With the World card, you have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles definitely says that teamwork makes the dream work, as always. But I feel that, well, you have the Three of Pentacles twice here. And I think that this is kind of like saying that teamwork could really help avoid whatever this darkness here. Although I don't really feel there's any darkness coming in for you, by the way. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But I also feel that as long as you're focusing on quality, the Three of Pentacles is a card of quality work. So as long as you're focusing on the quality of the work that you are creating, I feel like you will be, perfectly successful, and you'll have nothing to worry about here. And with the Two of Pentacles, you have the Nine of Swords. So I feel for some of you, the Nine of Swords could represent like a round-around situation. It's like, how many times do you have to repeat something? The Two of Pentacles says if you've been doing something the same way over and over and over again, it's not working, it's time to try something new. And I definitely get that feeling for you here in this reading. Next, you have this Raven card. It says darkness looms on the horizon. Again, I kind of feel like this is like a focus, and I feel like you need to be careful of like worrying. Again, I think that the future is uncertain. I do feel like there is a lot of stuff that will be happening as well, but if you worry about it, it's not going to help, number one. So I would be careful of the worrying. I want to see what the next card is. Yeah, you have this Hands of Fate. It says forces beyond your control intervene. So again, if there is darkness in your life, there actually could be help or assistance. You have the Three of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. Three of Pentacles, I feel, could be the thing that helps you avoid this darkness as well, because Three of Pentacles says teamwork makes the dream work. So anything you can do to like work with other people, for you to like get help or benefits from the things that you're doing. I feel like there could be a lot of assistance here, especially from other people, especially if you, like I was saying in your reading with the Ten of Wands, if you're getting people to help you who can like shoulder burdens or who can like remove burdens from your life. That's exactly what I would be doing with this Three of Pentacles energy. You have the Page of Swords. I kind of feel like this is some sort of truth here for whatever reason. I don't know. I feel like this is the part of the truth, but you have to, I kind of feel like you have to dig into your truth with the Page of Swords. You know, he's like the detective. He really looks into things that he's interested in life, or, you know, things that he wants to create. But there's something here, like, sometimes I think we might have a truth and we're afraid of, like, what people will think about our truth, or we're afraid that people won't like us if we tell our truth. And I feel like this is saying, do it anyway. You know, this is a card of, like, immaturity. And I'm not saying you're immature, but, you know, it's like you're wondering if you should release something to the world. I don't know. That's what's popping into my head. You have the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands is the card of exploration. I'm a big fan of exploration for you in this reading. Obviously, you have the Chariot, the World, this card in this diagonal. So anything, this doesn't even have to be moving. It could be for a lot of you. But I do also feel it's encouraging you to like explore new ideas, alternate possibilities, you know, anything that you possibly can. You know, I think that you are, like I said, the only sign that gets a lot of this, and you know, a lot of this like same stuff basically in your readings. And I do feel it's encouraging exploration. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands, a card of marriage. So some of you could be getting married, or you could be meeting a person that you will marry in the future. But as I always say, the Four of Wands has a major focus on freedom. I think we all have a major focus on freedom. We have Uranus and Taurus, all about values, all about freedom and setting yourself free. But freedom means something different to everyone. So it's like, are there things that you can do? Like, I think that is the answer to your week. Like, are there things you can do that set you free? Are you working too much on things that are just a waste of time that someone else could do for you? With the Ten of Wands, this could be in your personal life, in your business life, whatever. You know, are there things you're doing in your relationship that you don't need to do, right? It's like, and people always say, what would I do in a relationship that I wouldn't need to do? I'm like, I don't know. If you're like a spiritual person and you're like an overgiver, like most spiritual people, then you're overgiving. You're doing things you don't need to do in the relationship. So if you're doing things to like try to prevent a person from leaving, that would be overgiving. And so it's like, I don't know. I can't answer these questions for you. You have to, you know, do it for yourself. With the Page of Swords, you have the Devil here. You know, the Devil could also be you looking at some bad habits that you have, and you could be removing bad habits. Like I said, I keep telling people, like, I wouldn't be paranoid or anything, but, you know, I don't know, we just had 2 banks collapse. We haven't seen the end of this, and it's probably going to get worse, so, you know, I don't want to scare anyone, but I would just, and I don't even think we have to do anything, like, crazy to, you know, but I would just keep your head on straight. I would just prepare. I would just be aware. I wouldn't be wasting money and things like that. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords, it looks to me like you're separating from something. I don't think it's a person. I think that you could be separating away from like the place that you live. You could be finding a new location to live, whatever. So that could be like the separation. And the thing is, if you're moving, I really feel that you could be finding a place that like works much better for you, like a much better location. We're going to pull 5 main themes now. You have this affair card. This is like not like a cheating affair. This is just like love. So I do feel that there could be love coming in for you, of course, with this affair card. Something more significant is kind of what I'm getting, if you don't already have it. You have the Secrets card. There is a lot here of like really digging into mysteries. So if there are things that are mysterious to you this week, or this month, I would learn about them, because those things that are mysterious could be, you know, they could hold some guidance. They could hold some ideas for you, and that's what I'd be looking at here. Next, you have this Resistance card. You know, I feel like you need to push through resistance. The resistance is probably the Eight of Swords, only seeing one way of doing things. So I would like face your fears. You know, what's on the other side of that is probably success for you, Leo. So that's what I'd be doing here. Next, you have this Devotion card. Definitely true love. If you're like finding love, if you have love in your life, then I feel like this could be true love coming in for you. Could be a Libra. You know, this card is Saturn and Libra, but I kind of do feel that there could be Libra energy. Could be any sign. You have basically everything here. Capricorn also stands out to me. And finally, you have this Lust card. Yeah, definitely could be love coming in for you. But I also feel that this card is encouraging you to like focus on the things that you want to commit to in life. And again, this could be your truth. Your truth might be something different than what you're doing right now. So you might have a business, but it might not be your truth. There might be another truth somewhere else, or there might be a change that you want to make in your business that might be kind of getting you closer to living your truth. And I feel that here with this card, and you could be committing to that, and it could lead to a lot of success. But pretty interesting reading here. Definitely an increase in your finances, Leo. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.